origen griego a estas cuestiones. Aquí está ya Yanni con los estudiantes de la Universidad de Anáhuac.
Tell you what a pleasure it is for me to be here. I've been looking forward to this. I would like to make it informal. So I would like for all of us to relax. I will sit down. I will begin by making this informal. I'm going to take my jacket off and we'll sit down and we'll talk. Okay? The question is, how much influence did my family have on my success? Parents are your first teachers. And if they are good teachers, they will teach you powerful lessons which you will carry for the rest of your life. I was very lucky with my family. My mother and father taught us how to be independent, how to believe in ourselves. I have an older brother and a younger sister. How to think for ourselves. They wanted us to learn about music because they felt that music refines a human being. They also got us involved in athletics. Without me knowing at the time, being involved in athletics, I learned how not to be afraid of pain, how to be persistent, how to tackle a problem and trust that I will overcome it at some point, which is a very valuable lesson. Again, I was one of the lucky ones. I had great parents. I did not know it when I was younger. I just, a few years ago, began to realize what it meant for me to have those two. And in fact, my mother is here today. She just came in from Greece.
What do you think about the Mexican music?
I think there's great spirit in it from what I have heard. It's a lot of fun. Certainly, it's very difficult, at least some of the music that I have heard, it's very difficult to hear it and sit down. You want to get up and have a good time. So, again, I would be lying if I implied that I'm an expert at it. So I have not heard enough of it, enough variety of it, to really be able to speak about Mexican music in general.
Do you think that your music is a way that you can send people the message to improve themselves, both humanly and socially, or how it will be your way to help people all around the world to improve themselves?
That's a good question. I think for the people who connect to my music, who feel something from it, I am certain they understand who I am. They feel me, because my emotions are in the music. If my dream has been, besides entertaining people with music, to inspire them. See, I have this faith that human beings were very powerful, when we're born, we're very willful. What happens to us as we go through life, sometimes we forget, we don't believe in ourselves, we lose contact with our greatness. And really abandon our greatness, which is the greatest sin. I try to communicate that in the music because I believe it. When I sit down to write a piece of music, I'm not conscious of this concept. It comes through because I can't help it. It's who I am. That's how I think. That's how the music sounds. That's how the music feels. If my music can inspire people besides entertain them, I would be the happiest man in the world.
What contemporary musicians do you admire? And another one of my questions is, what do you think of the Auditorio Nacional?
Oh, I love the Auditorio Nacional. It's one of my favorite theaters that I've played anywhere in the world. Indoors. It's beautiful. We touched. So what was the question? Contemporary musicians. I used to like, when I was growing up, I liked progressive rock. I liked Yes, the old Yes, Genesis, Jethro Tull. Now you know how old I am. Nowadays, I like the work of Peter Gabriel. I like U2. But I do not, yes. But I don't spend as much time listening to music as I used to. Because I create so much. I like to keep my mind clean, to create. In order to hear yourself speak, you got to block the input. Society is very busy. You're always bombarded with things. Society tends to actually unfocus you, diffuse you. You get up in the morning, you got to you make breakfast, you got to make some phone calls, you get in your car, you got to gas, you got to go get some gas for the car, you forgot to pay the rent, you go to school, by the time you rush hour traffic, by the time you get there, you go to work, whatever it is, come back. By the time you get home, you've been dealing with a million different things. It's very difficult to figure out who you are, and it's very difficult to listen to what's happening inside you at that point. At some point, you got to take time and just shut everything down. Turn off the TV set. Turn off the radio. It's a very powerful time when you can sit quietly by yourself, even for a half an hour. And for some reason, we don't learn how to do that. During that time where you can be very focused is when you can learn, when you can teach yourself, when you can learn things without reading them, just because you thought of them. It's amazing what happens to you when you sit quiet somewhere, how new thoughts just magically appear. Now, this is a beautiful country, and it's also, this is going to sound a little strange, it's a wealthy country. This country has everything it needs to be prosperous. It's, I was watching what was happening to this country a year ago, which was major crisis and very painful. You know, I was very concerned about what was happening to my friends who live here. And so we were learning, and I was watching television, and I tried to figure out what was going on. I got to tell you one thing. We had decided to come here and do concerts. Before we knew, before this happened, this crisis happened in Mexico. As soon as it happened, our plans changed immediately. we all, not just me, everybody in my organization, we just said this is not the time to go to Mexico and take things out. This is the time to go and give back. Now, I will never forget the last 2 nights that we did last year at the Auditorio Nacional. People gave us so much love, and they were so much with us that my orchestra and band who arrived today have a big smile on their faces. They can't wait to play again here. Oh, good, we're going to Mexico. Everybody's very happy. They want to experience this. That's why I brought my mother here, because I wanted her to feel the Mexican heart, the Mexican audience. Huh? I'm not really doing anything. The Mexican people are helping Mexican people. I am just a catalyst. I don't know if you know what that word is. I'm a facilitator. I am in the middle, sort of moving it along. And what I'm hoping for is that this small example of a foreigner coming to this country and helping a little bit will inspire more Mexican people to help each other. I think this is the time where Mexican people need to believe in themselves and believe in their country. Everyone. And this problem that exists now will be solved. It'll be gone. There's no reason why Mexico should be finding itself in this situation. And you know what? You are the future of this country. You're the ones who are going to change it. So you're the ones who have to have a faith in yourselves. You're the ones who have to know what you want out of your country. Love it. Be proud of it. It deserves your pride. It deserves for you to feel proud about it. It's a great country. It's a beautiful country. Don't give up on it. Go for it.
Bueno, pues este fue el encuentro de los estudiantes de la Universidad Anáhuac con Yanni. Y ahora vamos a la Universidad Anáhuac, en donde estamos viendo unas imágenes en vivo del público.